it's Sonia here with The Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So today it is a Good Friday. I will be celebrating Easter on Sunday, so I thought we would do a project that reflects the holiday. So I am using my C hook or 2.75 millimeter hook, so it's a small hook. And I've already got my chain started. I'm actually using thread, which I don't think I have any thread projects on the channel. So this is some leftover thread. It's not a lot, but we're going to be making a bookmark, and we're going to be making a filet crochet project. So it's going to be a picture of a cross on the bookmark, and I do have a free written pattern for this where I will place the link below. And I think I'm going to grab my darker background so it's easier to see, since we are using a thread weight yarn here. So you can use a variety of thread sizes. I do recommend like a cotton thread, or it doesn't have to be size 10. This is 10, but there's 3 and there's 5, and you could use a variety of hook sizes, but definitely you want to use a smaller sized hook. Okay, so I have my darker background, so hopefully you'll be able to see this a little bit better. So what I've done is I've already chained 28. So you're going to want to work 28 chains, and then in your 4th chain from your hook, so 1, 2, 3, 4, we're working a double crochet, and you can work in the chain however you like for this project. And if you've never worked with thread before, don't be scared of it. It's still crochet. You're just using thinner yarn and a smaller hook. That's all it is. It's not anything scary. And this project's pretty simple. All right, so we're just going to continue to double crochet all the way across our chain here, and our skipped chain 3 in the beginning will count as a stitch. So this skipped chain 3 here will count as a stitch. So we will have 26 double crochet at the end of row 1. Okay, so I have completed row 1 here. So I have 26 double crochet. So rows 2 and 3 are going to be the same. So we are going to chain 3 and turn our work. And we're going to double crochet. So this is going to count as a double crochet. So we do not want to work in this stitch. We're going to work in the next one. So you're going to double crochet in the next one, and then double crochet in the next stitch. So you're going to have 3 double crochet. So what we're going to do next is we're going to chain 2, and we're going to skip 2 double crochet, 1, 2, and double crochet in the next. And we're going to repeat this across until we have 3 stitches left. So you're just chaining 2, skipping 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and working a double crochet in the next. All the way across until, actually we have 2 stitches left, and then you will double crochet in those last 2 stitches. Okay, so I'm at the end here, so we are going to double crochet in the next stitch here, and then we will double crochet on top of that chain 3 that we skipped. So just sometimes that chain, it's a little crunch because again we're using thinner yarn, so we can grab a loop on top there and just work that double crochet. So there is row 2, and we have 7 chain 2 spaces. So row 3 we're just going to repeat row 2, but we're going to do it, so we're going to chain 3, turn our work, so you're going to double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So again, you don't want to work where you work that chain 3 because you're going to add stitches and you don't want to do that. So now you're going to chain 2 after you've worked those 3 stitches. We're going to skip that chain 2 space and we're going to double crochet in the next double crochet. So instead of we skipped 2 double crochet, we're just skipping the chain 2 space. So we're creating blocks, mesh blocks here. So this is a beginner filet crochet project. So if you've never done filet crochet, this is a really great project for that. It's pretty simple. And filet crochet in general is not difficult. It looks really impressive. Certain projects with, you can make really elaborate pictures, but it's basically just, solid blocks and mesh blocks of double crochet. So I'm going to keep going, finishing up this row, and then of course you're going to work your 3 double crochet at the end. Okay, so I finished up row 3. Let's begin row 4. We're going to chain 3, turn our work, and we're going to double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And now we're going to chain 2 and we're going to double crochet in the next double crochet, skipping that chain 2 space. And we're going to do this, we're going to chain 2 and double crochet in the next until we have 3 mesh blocks here. Okay, so now we have our 3 mesh blocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to double crochet in this chain 2 space. So we're just going to work 2, double crochet in that chain 2 space. So this is going to create a solid block here. And so we have 2 double crochet in the chain 2 space, and now we're going to double crochet on top of the next double crochet. And then we're going to chain 2, and we're going to double crochet in the next. So now we're back to creating mesh blocks, and we're going to work 2 more. And now we need to double crochet in our last 2 stitches. And I hope this thread looks okay. It's a multicolored, and I hope it's not too distracting. It's just a little bit of this colorway, so I was, trying to use up some stash here. So there we go with row 4. So you can see that solid block there. Alright, so let's begin row 5, and rows 5 through 11 will be the same. So we've chained 3, we've turned our work, and so now we're going to double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next. We're going to chain 2 and double crochet in that next double crochet. So we're going to create 3 mesh blocks again. So now we want to keep working in here and making a solid block. So we're just going to double crochet in each double crochet across. So we're going to have a total of 4. And now we're back to making our mesh blocks, so chaining 2 and working in that next double crochet, working your double crochet. And now we work in our last 2 stitches. And double crochet on top of that chain 3. So we worked row 5, and as I said, rows 5 through 11 are the same, so now we'll be on row 6, and you're just going to repeat row 5. So I'm going to meet you back at the end of row 11 here. Okay, so I have worked 11 rows here, so let's get ready for row 12. So we're going to chain 3, turn our work here, and now we're going to double crochet in the next 2 double crochet, just like we've been doing. These are our edging stitches. And now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to double crochet in that next double crochet. And now we're going to create some more solid blocks here. So we are going to work 2 double crochet in that next chain 2 space. And double crochet in the next double crochet. And again, work 2 double crochet in the next chain 2 space. And we'll double crochet in the next 4 double crochet. And now we're going to create 2 more solid blocks here by working 2 double crochet in the next chain 2 space and then working in the next double crochet. And now we're chaining 2 because we want to create another mesh block, and then working in that next double crochet, and then to complete the row we're going to work in the last 2 double crochet to create our edging here. So on top of that chain 3. And there we go for row 12. So let's begin row 13. We're going to chain 3 and turn our work. So it's basically going to be a repeat of row 4. So we are going to double crochet in the next 2 stitches like we've been doing. And now we're going to chain 2. We're going to create 3 mesh blocks again. But now what we do to create the mesh blocks is we're going to chain 2, and we are going to skip the next 2 double crochet and then double crochet in the next 2 times. And we're skipping 2 stitches and then double crocheting in the next, and we want to create a solid block here, so we're going to double crochet in the next 3 for a total of 4. we're going to create our 3 mesh blocks again. So chaining 2, skipping 2 double crochet, and working a double crochet in the next. And now we're going to work our last 3 double crochet to create our edging here. So there we go. So for row 14 here, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And we're going to work a slip stitch in this first stitch here. And we're going to work a slip stitch in the next 2 double crochet. And now we're going to chain 3. And we're going to double crochet in that next chain 2 space, so we're creating a solid block. So you can see it like that. Okay, so now we're going to create another mesh block, so we're going to chain 2, and we're going to double crochet in the next, and we're going to create another mesh block. And now we're going to create our solid block, so we need to work 3 more double crochet. And now we are going to create 2 mesh blocks. And now we're going to work a solid block in the last mesh block there. So we're working 2 double crochet in that chain 2 space. And we're going to double crochet on top of that double crochet. And we're going to leave the last block here not worked. So now we're ready for row 15. It's actually going to be a repeat of row 14. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work. We're going to slip stitch in these first 3 stitches, or actually 4 stitches. So we worked our slip stitch, so now we're going to chain 3. And now we're going to create a solid block by working 2 double crochet in that chain 2 space. And we'll double crochet in the next. And we're going to make 1 mesh block, so chaining 2 and double crocheting in the next. And we're going to double crochet across. We're still creating our solid mesh block here. Or not solid mesh, that makes no sense. Our solid block. Oh my goodness. Yeah, solid mesh. That makes complete sense. No, it does not. So now we chain 2. And we're working a mesh block. And now we work a solid block. So now you can really see the picture taking shape there. So let's get ready for row 16 here. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. We're going to slip stitch in the next 4 stitches. we're going to chain 3, and we're going to work a solid block here. So 2 double crochet in that chain 2 space, and then double crochet in the next. And now we're going to work a mesh block. So we're going to chain 2 and skip 2 double crochet and double crochet in that next one. And now we're going to create a solid block here. So we're working the 2 double crochet in that chain 2 space, and we're going to double crochet on top of that double crochet, and we'll leave the rest of the stitches not worked. So we are almost done here. So now we are at row 17. We're going to chain 1, turn our work. We're going to slip stitch in the first 4 stitches. And we are going to create one more solid block. So you're going to chain 3 and work 2 double crochet in that chain 2 space. And now we double crochet on top of that double crochet. And now we can cut our yarn. And there we have our bookmark. So obviously I'm going to block this because it's a little wonky here, but it's cotton thread, so it'll block out really nicely. And if you want to, you can add a tassel to hang off of your bookmark if you would like.